How do you activate your DNA so that you can become or live your fullest potential and get everything out of your DNA that is in it? Because your DNA is very powerful. It holds the key to life. You know, it has all the genetic material of all your ancestors, and it tells every cell exactly what it needs to do and what it needs to become. And it has created you out of 100 or a couple of 100 trillion cells as you are in this physical form today. But it's not just our genetic material that the DNA holds. That part is only 2%, and the rest, we actually don't really know what that is about. You know, scientists, just for the lack of a better word, they call it junk DNA. But 98% is junk. That seems very, very unrealistic, because nothing in nature or in the universe that has no purpose is just being eliminated step by step. And so if it wouldn't have any purpose, it wouldn't be there, especially not if it's 98%. Now, there's a very other interesting aspect about DNA, and that's its capacity to store information or store data. Even tech companies have figured that out by now, and they're doing a lot of research on it. And Microsoft has been leading the way in that, and they have managed to get on 1 gram of DNA 1 trillion gigabytes. Now, we as people have like 5 or 6 grams of DNA, so just imagine the capacity, the storage capacity of data that we have, that we are, you know, walking data centers. Because if you take it down to a computer of 256 gigs, we are a couple of billion of computers right here, you know. So there's a tremendous storing capacity in us. But why is it there? Why do we have so much storing capacity? You know, I mean, if we have only our life to record, but that's not it. What is stored in our DNA is everything about our ancestors. Researchers have found that with worms, for instance, epigenetic material moves, you know, 14 generations back. Now, that's with a worm. Who, you know, a worm is not such a complex creature as we are. So how many generations of genetic or epigenetic material, which is epigenetics means everything that is above genetics, that regulates the genes. So everything of emotions or our ancestors have experienced emotionally, everything is there. All this epigenetic information is stored in our DNA. In worms, it goes 14 generations back. With us, might be much more. And so our DNA holds the entire lives of our ancestors going back thousands of years. But not just that, it holds the key to life, everything, you know, the way how to program life, how to make from one cell to make a beautiful organism as we are. That's what is encoded, that wisdom is encoded together with the wisdom of the universe. It's all there. That's why we have such a tremendous, you know, data storage capacity, because it's all in our DNA. It's, you know, it's not just a figure of speaking when people say the universe is inside of you, because it is. It is programmed right there, coded in your DNA. That's why it's so extremely powerful. Now, why don't we sense it in our daily lives? Well, that's because our DNA is not fully activated. If you activate your DNA, then you will start to remember all the wisdom of the universe step by step, and it will start to reveal itself to you. And so how do you do that? Well, you activate your DNA by altering your frequency or your vibration. Now, there's a lot of talk about that, and you've probably heard that before. And so let me explain exactly what it means and what it does if you get into a higher frequency, if you start vibrating as a person on a higher level. Now, everything in the universe has a vibration. On the essential level, on atomic level or quantum level, you have atoms and a nucleus and protons and electrons going around the nucleus of the atom, and you know, it's energy, it's just constantly moving. So everything at a fundamental level has a vibration. So have thoughts and emotions have a vibration. You know, if you do a brain scan, there's a brain wave, it's a vibration. If you put, there's a beautiful experiment being done also. If you put a metal plate, you put some sand on it, and you connect that to a frequency or a sound. And if you start out with a low frequency sound, it creates a geometrical figure, but not that complex. And as you increase the frequency level of the sound, the structure becomes more complex. So the higher the frequency, the more complex the structure becomes. And you see this everywhere where the frequency gets higher, the structure gets more complex. So there's more complexity, there's more information. So putting yourself in this high vibration, activating your life energy, your Kundalini energy, and that inner life energy starts to activate your DNA. And in that process, step by step, it starts putting you in a higher frequency and releasing more wisdom from your DNA so that you can start to remember who you really are in a deeper essence on a soul level. It's all encoded into our DNA. And the higher your frequency becomes, the more you start understanding that, and you get in connection with a feeling of oneness and with the oneness with the universe, and you start to see the interconnection between everything, that nothing is separate and that we are all connected in one beautiful way. And that's all stored in your DNA. All that information is there. It just needs to be activated. And how do you activate it? Well, like I just said, by activating your life energy. You can do that in several ways. We do that in a very special way with the inner energy awakening sessions, where we activate your life energy. We do that with an energy transmission that activates your own life energy, that starts vibrating higher and starts activating your own DNA. What it does, it's a very intelligent energy, and it knows what is bothering, what is blocking you. Are it limiting beliefs? Is it trauma or things that have happened to you, or thoughts that you have? It cleans that up. It knows where to go and where to start first, so that your energy system is corrected again, so that the energy can flow freely. And with that free flow of energy, it starts activating your DNA, and you can start living your fullest potential. That's the true power of inner energy awakening session. So if you're interested to find out and awaken your own life energy, then click on the link here and choose a location and choose a date, and we will be very happy to guide you through this very beautiful process.